everyone, welcome back to another amazing Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host Clady, and I'm gonna be here with you for 2 weeks of fun, of amazing Illustrator Daily Creative Challenges. And I can see here in the chat that I have Steve, Ashi, Anthony, Adobe Live. Nice to see you here. I can hear the actually replay coming. So just give me a second. It's actually my laptop. I'm so sorry. I was just hearing the echo. Hopefully you're gonna not hear. You're just one of me. I think one is enough. But I'm gonna keep going and say hi in the chat. I can see Wade, Lee, Shannon, Dee, Michelle, Tank. Thank you so much for being here. Erica, Carrie, Sadr. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are excited for these upcoming 2 weeks of challenges. And let me know where you are streaming from. I'm here in sunny Manchester. Let me know what's the weather like. Here it's afternoon, actually evening is about 7:30 in the evening. Let me know if it's daytime, if it's evening time. I hope you're having good time here on the Adobe Live on Behance. And let me show you the entire plan of the day. Let's jump into our schedule real quick before we start to introduce our challenge, because you had a very busy day already with some amazing streamers. We started the day with Victoria Pavlov drawing in vector and raster, then Jason Levine with Premiere Pro and another daily creative challenge. So we are the first Premiere Pro Daily Creative Challenge, I think that's super exciting. Then Paul Trani with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. Then we just finished watch the amazing Alice Lee with Voodoo Val drawing and painting. And then we are here for the welcome to the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. And then after me will follow Brandon Gross with Adobe XD prototyping. Then another challenge, XD with Andrea Hoke. And closing the day, the amazing Kathleen Martin with a sketch party. It sounds like an absolutely fantastic busy day. But let's jump into the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. If this is your first challenge, let me guide you through the steps in order to join the challenge with me and be able to follow this entire 2 week of amazing practice and skill into Illustrator. As I always say, this is a safe space for beginner and for pro. It's a great way to sharpen your skill and learn more with this amazing Adobe app. But again, in order to get started, the first thing that you have to do is to head on our beloved, useful, amazing landing page, behance.net/challenge/Illustrator. Or you can also go into the tab on top of the chat where it says challenge. I'm gonna make a little zoom here on my screen in order for you to copy the exact link, behance.net/challenge/Illustrator. And as you can see here, the very first thing that attracts our attention is that amazing big blue button where it says, "Hi Clady, take the challenge." Once you click on the big blue button, you'll be able to receive notification regarding this challenge in particular, and you will see that every day we will unlock one amazing challenge, discovering more tools in Illustrator. And also, if one challenge is not enough and you really want to keep working your skills, you can also watch all the amazing challenges that our streamers like Paul Trani or Julia or Andrew have done before here. You can see all the previous video and also have access to the amazing starter file that they have created for you in order to create your challenge. But after you complete your challenge, what do? Second step will be to join our amazing community. You can do so by clicking on this link here where it says community chat, and you'll be transported into this amazing world that is Discord. Discord in particular, we are here into the Adobe Illustrator server. It's our international community where you'll find people from all over the world. And let me actually see Alice Lee saying sketch party. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look back in the chat to see if there is any more question. But it looks like everyone is saying hello. I can see hi from Ghana, from Saudi Arabia, what is 9:30 p.m. And we have, someone from Stoke-on-Trent, not far from Manchester. Hi, Angie, nice to see you. And we also have Czech Republic, Poland, London, Arkansas, Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Suriname, we have people from all over the world, Massachusetts. That's what I love about this amazing Adobe community, especially in this hard time. And if some of you are perhaps by yourself, I hope that you are with your family. I hope that you have someone next to you. But if not, we are here, me and the amazing community of Adobe Live Streamer. We try to spend as much as possible of the day with you, keep you busy, keep you happy with these amazing challenges and learning new amazing skill to keep your brains and to keep your focus on creativity and having fun with your own skills as well. But let me jump back into Discord just to tell you a little bit more about this amazing space if you've not been there before. So you will find here mentor. You can see we have Arch.co, which is Andrew, Julia, team that are always there in order to support you, answer your question. But also this is the place where you will submit your creative challenges, and the stream right after me at the end will review your work live. So you'll be able to get live feedback straight away after you start to work on it. You can watch the other stream and maybe finalize it, but as I said, even if you do not finish your work, it's always good to share it. Be brave and share it, because you always gain inspiration, you gain improvements, and it's good to hang out on Discord, even to see what other people are doing there, just to kind of have an idea of what other eyes and what other nationalities and what other culture approach the different stream. I find it so inspiring. I'm learning so much by being here with you. But I'm gonna go back in the chat and see more UK, Pittsburgh. And again, that sticker cover, Claudia. Tunk, yes, talking about my little cover here. I'm gonna keep adding stickers, so I'm gonna see, Tunk, if you catch some more. We have Pakistan, we have Los Angeles, we have Louisiana, Russia, Ghana. Thank you so much for joining me. But we have a little time today, because today is an intro day, and I'm gonna actually show you how to share your work on Discord. But today I'm gonna be sharing with you a little something that I've created, which can be a little starter for today mini challenge. I call it a mini challenge because it's not an official challenge. Challenge number 1 will be tomorrow, and then we're gonna have 9 more challenges coming until up to the 8th of May. But today I decided to create something fun because we have a little bit of extra time, so we can start to explore Illustrator and some of the amazing tools. So I'm here into my amazing Discord, and as you can see, I will go into the challenge tab under feedback channel, and I'm gonna zoom in on my screen so you can see exactly where we're at. And then I'm gonna click on this plus button where you can open and go into your machine. I'm already into the right folder here, and as you can see, I created, this is just a screenshot. I'm gonna call it starter mini challenge. Oops, can't spell. But hopefully you'll be able to head into Discord. Remember, in order to head into Discord, you have to go to our amazing landing page and click on the community chat. Also, if this is your very first time playing with Illustrator, you can download Illustrator right from this amazing landing page. All you have to do is scroll down until you see Get Adobe Illustrator, click on Download Illustrator, and you'll have 1 week of free trial just simply by clicking into this button here. Also, you can join the chat by clicking on this Join Us, and you can subscribe to this Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge, so you will be reminded of all the challenges that are coming in Illustrator if you're looking to learn more into Illustrator. But having said that, I hope you already head into Discord and you have my little scribble. It says love because I want to share love with all of you. We don't have much time, so let me go ahead and show you something fun to start this welcome into this new Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. So what I've done here is already placed into one of my layers. That photo that I have shared with you is just something that is that I created on my notebook. It just says love, and all we're gonna do here is start to use the pen tool in order to trace it, and we're gonna do so by creating a new layer. As you see, I already created one, but all you have to do is to click on create a new layer. And if you want, I'll be able to share this first file on my website. So just after the stream, if you want to use the file that I'm using, you can add to iamclady.com/resources, and I'll make these available for you. But let's get started. I'm going to press P in order to trigger my pen tool, and I'm going to go into this layer that I've named appropriately artwork, and I'm going to start and click with my pen tool, and I'm just going to click wherever there is the edge of a curve, just like so, and I'm going to pull where I see this little handle here in order to follow the trace, just like so. And I'm very roughly going around the trace just to start to see. I'm just gonna go back into my background so you can see what I'm starting to do here. And if you create like I've done a point by mistake, all you have to do is to click delete in order to delete the point. And when you go back to the trace, you will find this little slash next to the pen tool that will allow you to connect back to the trace that you were creating. And you can go back on and continuing to trace here the word love. Now, because we don't have a lot of time and I want to show you a very cool technique to create some striped text for our perhaps cover on Behance, I already created a full trace here. So as you can see, I'm going to enable my trace file, and I'm going to toggle the visibility of the background, and I have here already my fully traced letter that I've done simply using the pen tool. Now I'm going to go ahead into window, making sure that my stroke panel and my appearance panel are up into my screen, and I'm just going to bring it over here. I'm going to start by creating a new stroke. You do so by clicking into add a new stroke, and as you can see, it brings a new stroke appearance to my shape, to my line, to my stroke, of course, to my trace. That was the word that I was looking for, the trace that I've just done with my pen tool. I'm gonna make these a 10 point, and I'll make sure that it's got a round cap and a round corner as well. Then I'm gonna just go back into my appearance and click on plus to create another one, and I'm gonna make it a 30 point. And then I'm gonna go ahead and making sure that I already have the previous stroke highlighted in blue. I'm gonna go ahead and click into this little plus. As you can see, it duplicates the item, so you make sure that you select the appropriate one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and change and put into 50 points. Now, because I've duplicated, already retains the corners and the round edges for the stroke. Now, another thing that I'm gonna do here is to select my path and go into my little scissor tool. Now, the scissor tool allows us to split this little anchor. As you can see, before it was all selected, but now we are just separating these letters. So the O, the V, and the E of the word love. Then I'm gonna go ahead and click V in order to trigger our selection tool and select our entire trace. Go into object, expand appearance, and I'm gonna go back into object and expand this appearance, making sure that fill and stroke are selected. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit fast, but I really want to show you this cool introduction, and I don't have much time today. But remember, you can always watch a replay here by going on behance.net/live or from our amazing landing page. And you can also pause and take a little bit slower if that's what you need. I can see so many people say hi. I can see Wade, Lisa, Keith, Colby, Dorina, Jack Watson. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and click OK in order to expand, and you see that we have all these amazing line. I'm gonna ask help of an amazing tool called Pathfinder. If you do not have it into your panels, all you have to do is go under window and find where it says Pathfinder right here. As you can see, it doesn't have a tick next to it, so all we have to do is to click in order to bring the panel up. And I'm gonna use this little button that is under the Pathfinder panel and is not used very often. Is called outline. But look what happens. Once I'm gonna click into it, we have all the line that we have, all the shape become outline. Something else that I'm going to do here straight away is to ungroup them. As you probably know, if you know me, I love to use shortcut. Shortcut for ungrouping is Shift Command G. I'm going to press a few times just to make sure that everything is ungrouped. And otherwise, you can go into, of course, having your path selected, you can go under Edit and Ungroup. Of course, now we already ungrouped it all, so there is no more to ungroup, but otherwise it's Object and Ungroup. As you can see now, Ungroup is of a darker gray because we already ungrouped it all. But I'm gonna select our shape, making sure that we select all the area, and we bring a stroke. I'm gonna use my stroke panel here. I'm gonna say 3 point and press enter. As you can see, we have all these amazing line. All is left us to do in order to create this amazing stripe effect, and you can use your name, you can use whatever you want. You can use this as your Behance cover for perhaps this challenge. I'm gonna zoom in into my artboard, and I'm gonna start to select all the lines. And now I'm gonna show you this first example because it may seem a little bit tricky, but once you see the first final result, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm trying to grab all the line. Oops, I'm gonna grab all the line that move into this direction because we're gonna have only one side of the L showing. So at the moment, everything that comes from below is gonna be erased. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one as well. And if, for example, there is some issue or you didn't understand what's going on, simply Command Z here, and as you can see, it's almost as if you use an imaginary line from the beginning of the circle, and you only have the side, one side at the time that you want to highlight. So at the moment, I'm gonna have the top side going up. So perhaps it makes a little bit more sense to start here by this little curve that I'm gonna delete. Same here. Let me know in the chat if you think that this is something like a crazy mission that to do. I find it really, really fun, and once you see the amazing result that you can achieve with it, you'll see that is a very, very cool effect. Of course, you can select multiple time and multiple line and then delete them afterwards. I'm gonna show you just how to do one letter again, unfortunately, just because of time. But once I'm gonna show you the final effect, you're gonna see that it's definitely worth your time. I really strongly suggest you to zoom in for you to see which line you want to delete. And again, we're just imagining to have only one side on top of the other. Once I have, oops, I have my Siri coming up. Once I've done it for the first time, it was a little bit tricky. But once you start to see the first clean corner, it becomes a little bit more intuitive to go on it. I can see Bernadette, I can see Lucia, Filippa, Michelle, Ariana. Thank you so much for being here with me. We have no much time, so let me try to go a little bit faster here. To have at least one letter clean, and then you can keep going in your own time to see how to recreate this amazing effect into Illustrator. Now, I started and I jumped into this challenge because you already introduced some amazing, powerful tools. So we started with the pen tool, then we used the Pathfinder. You know, those are already very professional tool that you can use in Illustrator, but as you can see, you can just use them in small part. In, for example, we just had one single path in order to achieve a very, very cool effect with your type. Let me know in the chat if you have any particular thing that you would like to know. I'm also running a little poll into my Instagram to see if there is any specific things that you would like to learn during this challenge. I'm gonna do a lot of type, and as you can see, this is the first effect. I can see the time is running low, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the final straight away. As you can see here, all I'm doing is selecting. Sometimes I click and drag in order to select the path entirely, and then all I do, I zoom in and I make sure that only the vertical line are the one that are gonna be deleted. So I hold shift and I click into the line that I am not going to delete in order to make sure that I select the one that are a little bit tricky. So remember, you can always select a little bit more over the track, and then by zooming in, you make sure that you hold shift and click in order to preserve the one that you're going to clip, and then delete only the one that are not part of the path that you are maintaining into your design. Now, this is a little bit time consuming. I've also created a final to see where you can take this effect. You can repeat exactly what I've done here through the entire letter, and I'm gonna show you what is the final effect. Of course, another thing that I've done is added a little bit of a background here. I'm gonna show you here my final. Again, I'm into my layers. If you do not see your layer panel, all you have to do is going into Windows and Layers, and you'll have this amazing panel here. And I'm gonna hide by clicking on this little hide, this trace, which is the one that we're working on, and I'm gonna show you and reveal the final. So this is the final effect with a little bit of patience, and by perhaps replaying this video another time, if that's what you need, is probably the first time they use Illustrator, you can create this amazing effect with your type. Now, in order to do the background, as I've done it here, pretty easy. If you're asking how to create the stripe for the background, I'm gonna show you how to do that in a second. So let's go back to our trace. In order to create a background, all I've done is going into my rectangle tool. You can go into your toolbar on your left and click where you can see the rectangle, or simply click on the letter M on your keyboard in order to trigger the rectangle tool, and then click and drag in order to create a rectangle. As you can see, because we've been playing with strokes at the moment, my rectangle only as a stroke. So in order to switch stroke and fill, we're gonna go here into our swatch panel, and we are going to swap the fill with the stroke. Also, because I love shortcut, there is another shortcut coming. Actually, it's two shortcuts. With X, as you can see, you swap the fill and the stroke, but if you use Shift X with a shortcut, you'll be able to swap actually the color from the fill to the stroke. Again, I'm going to do another time. Shift X, got a stroke, or we got a fill. I'm gonna see if there is any other question here. Lindsay, you're very welcome. Lucia, I'm so glad that you enjoy. Bernadette says, whoo! Shannon, Ashi, Jennifer says it's very time consuming. It's very time consuming, but I think it's worth it. I'm gonna show you the final. I absolutely love it. I find it very interesting. We're gonna go and find many more amazing tools here into Illustrator. Of course, if that's not something that you want to do, don't worry. Today is just a mini challenge. I just wanted to use this time to show you some very cool feature, and I've put together some different tools. We use the pen tool, we use the pathfinder, we use a very amazing tool here today. I'm gonna post this final into Discord. Don't forget to give me your feedback, and if you have any question, feel free always to come into Discord, and I'm gonna bring you real quick into our landing page. Remember, is behance.net/challenge/illustrator in order to join the challenge and in order to join our amazing community chat. And remember, Discord is where you're gonna post your challenge in order to be reviewed. But I can see so many amazing faces that I've seen before during challenge and during stream, and I know that you know the drill already. But before I say goodbye to you, I'm just gonna run really quick on the schedule, and let's go back into our schedule here. We have coming up Adobe XD prototyping with Brandon Gross, and XD Daily Creative Challenge, Andrea Hoke, and Sketch Party with Kathleen Martin. So stay tuned here into the amazing behance.net/live, into the Adobe community, Adobe Live community, in order to stay tuned with those amazing streams that are coming up after me. And as you can see, every day is a busy day, starting from 7:30 a.m. Pacific time up to 2:30 in the afternoon. You have the company of all these amazing creative, and of course of all of you in the chat and into Discord. Now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget that tomorrow we start with the real challenge, and we are gonna learn some skills skill and techniques into Illustrator. Thank you so much for being here. And I can see, will there be, quick question, George, will there be an overall theme for the challenges? There is no an overall theme of the challenges because I wanted to cover illustration and I wanted to cover typography and graphic design. We're gonna really explore the potential of Illustrator. Maybe this is the theme, the full potential in Illustrator. Typography, illustration, graphic design. Stay tuned every day here until the 8th of May and follow these 9 challenges. Thank you so much for being with me here today, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time on behance.net/live. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. I'll see you soon.